How's it, legends? Stop what you're doing seriously. Atlantic Seaboard is firing and the window is closing fast. Here's everything you need to know. Here's your full DailySwell SA surf check for June 9th, 2026. Atlantic Seaboard, Atlantic Seaboard. You're looking at overhead waves, 6.2 feet, with a 10.65 seconds solid ground swell. Light onshore conditions. Verdict, go. Best before 9 a.m. before winds build. Blouberg, Atlantic Seaboard. You're looking at overhead waves, 5.5 feet, with a 10.85 seconds solid ground swell. Light winds conditions. Verdict, go. Best before 9 a.m. before winds build. Melkbosstrand, Atlantic Seaboard. You're looking at overhead waves, 5.5 feet, with a 10.85 seconds solid ground swell. Light winds conditions. Verdict, go. Best before 9 a.m. before winds build. Victoria Bay, Garden Route. You're looking at overhead waves, 5.1 feet, with a 10.45 seconds solid ground swell. Light winds conditions. Verdict, go. Best before 9 a.m. before winds build. Supertubes, Jeffreys Bay. You're looking at waist-to-chest waves, 3.9 feet, with a 10.0 seconds solid ground swell. Offshore conditions. Verdict, go. Best all morning before sea breeze kicks in. Dungeons, Cape Peninsula. You're looking at overhead waves, 6.4 feet, with a 10.55 seconds solid ground swell. Cross-shore conditions, maybe. Early morning your best bet. Kommetjie, Cape Peninsula. You're looking at overhead waves, 6.4 feet, with a 10.55 seconds solid ground swell. Cross-shore conditions, maybe. Early morning your best bet. Muizenberg, False Bay. You're looking at chest-to-head waves, 4.5 feet, with a 10.3 seconds moderate period. Cross-shore conditions, maybe. Early morning your best bet. New Pier Durban, Durban. You're looking at chest-to-head waves, 4.3 feet, with an 8.65 seconds moderate period. Cross-shore conditions, skip. Early morning your best bet. Now let's talk tides real quick. Here's what the water's doing today. Cape, Atlantic Seaboard. Low 3 a.m. minus 0.72 meters. High 9 a.m. minus 0.09 meters. Low 1500 meters minus 0.65 meters. High 2200 meters, 0.13 meters. High tide at 9 a.m. Incoming swell. Wave phase should be cleaner. Low tide at 3 a.m. Garden Route, low 4 a.m. minus 0.72 meters. High 10 a.m. minus 0.02 meters. Low 1600 meters, 0.69 meters. High 2200 meters, 0.24 meters. High tide at 10 a.m. Mid-morning peak, time your session early. Low tide at 4 a.m. Durban, KZN. High 10 a.m. 0.42 meters. Low 1600 meters, minus 0.19 meters. High 2200 meters, 0.62 meters. High tide at 10 a.m. Mid-morning peak, time your session early. Low tide at 1600 meters. Use that to time your session. Offshore on a push is the dream. Today's top pick, Atlantic Seaboard. Overhead, light onshore. Go. Get in early. Comment SWELL and we'll DM you this week's full 7-day outlook. And if you want your local spot on the daily report, just drop the name below. Forecast is shifting overnight. Could be something special brewing. Subscribe for the 6 a.m. drop and be the first to know. Shaka, legends! Shaka! DailySwell SA!